Alright, so another game. Right over here we have VN MoOniTe playing here in yellow and as the Byzantines, and over here we have RoR Siesta playing as red and playing as the Byzantines as well. So it's going to be quite a good game. It is actually mega random if you can't tell already. And the thing that's random about this map is each player has started off with 3 towers each. However, it does already look a little bit lopsided. MoOniTe starting with 3 towers surrounding his base like this, so he has quite good coverage. However, Siesta has them all on this side here. So if his opponent, MoOniTe, is to come through this side here, he'll be unhassled to get to his town center. So it's already a little bit more random than, well, it would like to be. It's less fair than I would like it to be, naturally. So each player at the moment is just scouting out the map to see what's going on. Naturally, being mega random, they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea if this map goes, well, this lake here goes right across the map, if it doesn't, if there's a shallow in it, if there's not. And that's the beauty of mega random. It requires all your skills to get used to it. There are many reasons, of course, in which mega random tests you. It's a different map style. Everything's always different. You can't expect the map to come out. There's no real civilization that's good at each map, in particular. Naturally, though, Vikings will be better at water maps, and Huns will be better at land maps, etc. But there's no way to tell. You can't pick a civilization for it. You get what you get, basically, and you just have to do the best with it that you can. So, let's have a look. Second boar in, a bit far away from the town centre, but not too bad. And the first boar still in here. It looks like the second one is about to come in through here. And as we can see, 3 boars there. Yeah, we've got 3 boars down here. Doesn't look like it. Can't see it. Looks like only 3 boars. There we go. Sorry, I can't believe I missed that before. Alright, so each player as well. Mega random, starting off with 3 boars each. So what have we got? We have a Dox coming up here for both players. Scores are very close, I'll say that right now. Accidentally blocking himself there. And let's have a look down here. 26 population. So he has managed to get a small lead on population from that. Of course, it is always horrible to block yourself like that. So moving over to lumber now, only just starting on lumber, whereas there is already a lumber camp up on this side over here, 2 lumber camps, sorry, and advancing on 28 population, and up here advancing on 27. So I believe it is quite close. So we've got VN MoOniTe, who will be in the feudal age first, obviously, but not a lot more to really do. So these towers here providing good defense against, well, everything that's starting to come up. MoOniTe going into the feudal age there, having a quick look, and we are expecting galleys, so lots of galleys coming out there. Down here as well we should be expecting galleys, galley there, and galley there. However, he is starting to outdock his opponent at this point. As you can see, 4 docks to the power of 3. Naturally, you can expect how that's going to end, and forcing him to retreat across the map here. And as we can see, a bit of scout warfare, surviving on 3 health, surviving on 29. So as we can see, Siesta's scout, they're doing quite a good job. As we can see, patrolling always a good way to stand your units on ground. I believe I have made a video about this, and, well, I'll tell you why to do it, if you haven't watched it already. They'll basically target units quicker and more efficiently. That's what they'll do, and it'll be good. And it's good to have. So right now, as we can see, even numbers here, so it's, and there we go, that looks like it's to one side now. As you can see, lots of galley micro going there, but retreating up here to pick up these extra units down over here. Let's have a look at the base again. Lots on lumber, naturally, as you can expect, and a lot on gold as well. Of course, having to when you are producing this many ships. Ships, of course, being the difference there. Are we still building galleys? Still building galleys, and nearly blocking himself there. MoOniTe up here, 49 populations, so the populations are very close to each other. However, it does not look like he's going to block, and over here it looks like he's going to win this galley fight quite easily. As you can see, both players are trying to micro their galleys away, however not working exceedingly well. And losing some fishing boats down here. Big thing to lose, especially when you've got 1 farm up and no mill. So he's only got the 1 farm up there, so that is a big deal there. And coming around over here, did he sink any ships? It doesn't look like it. He could have, though. Could have definitely sunk some. Can't really tell. But 4 docks over here to 4 docks over here, so it is evened out on that way. See, lots of fish in the sea here. And neither player going into ground at this point. Both players staying completely at the sea warfare stage. So of course, not having these boats out, of course, is going to be harshly affecting his food income. However, it looks like he's doing pretty well, actually. Got quite a few farms out there. He's actually doing very well. Either that or he's being very conservative with his units. Another dock coming up there, so going for 5 docks, so out-docking his opponent again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out-docking his opponent there, which means he's going to be able to get more galleys on the water quicker than his opponent. However, his opponent up here, I believe... I just want to see if he goes to Castle quickly. Castle Age? Yep, going to Castle Age there. MoOniTe still in feudal. It doesn't look like he's going to be going to Castle yet. 67 population compared to 59. So naturally that's probably in these galleys here by the looks of it. Doesn't look like there is too many on Siesta's side actually. And MoOniTe is actually starting to take off in score, nearly 500 points above Siesta at this point. And over here just taking down these docks, no reason not to be. And coming around here trying to get a sneaky attack in, hopefully he will be able to get these 4 fishing ships here. If he can manage that, he will have done a good job, I guess. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting rid of all those fishing ships there. Quite a good job. And as we can see, trying to box him in here, however... Oh, it doesn't look good now. And officially boxed him in there. Very well done. MoOniTe only just going to Castle Age there, and that's a lot of galleys. I wasn't expecting to see that many. But Siesta in Castle Age. So as we can see, there we go, going to War Galley there. So now he has a big advantage on the sea here. If he can push this advantage, he may be able to catch up. He's only 300 points behind. MoOniTe over here, still not even in Castle Age, halfway towards Castle now. So just pushing his way through here, closing that gap, 280 points. Closing that gap as much as he can at this point in time. Sorry, my computer's starting to get a bit laggy, I don't know why either. Might just be a lot coming out, there we go. Oh, it could just be galleys as well. Galleys are nice to work with. But over here, slowly going towards Castle Age, and a lot of micro going on at the moment. Over here, attacking with more galleys. So using these galleys here to force these ones away, while coming in with these ones here, and actually coming to here. Let's have a look. War Galley research being done at this point. So if he can take out a lot of these now, it would be good. This will definitely help after the War Galley upgrade. However, it doesn't look like it. Looks like he's retreating off. Smart plan, and come on, do the research. 60%. Again, trying to block him in through this side here. And look like he's going to miss that. Just missed it. But War Galley upgrade is done, so he's going to be able to turn around and do a lot more damage. MoOniTe now up by 400 points now. So as you can see, he has taken back the small advantage that Siesta had at this point. Siesta, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It sounds pretty close. At least it sounds cool at any rate. And what was that? That was a camel being created. So it looks like MoOniTe is now starting to transition into the land game. By the looks of it, looks like he's done a bit of exploring up to here as well. So he's actually going into the land fighting now, which is interesting. He's made that transition already. I wasn't expecting this transition for a while. I was expecting a lot of this to be won on the water. We have quite a few camels by the looks of it. That's what, 2 camels? Unless he's just scouting. At this point, he could just be scouting. Lots and lots of galleys and demolition ships. Very good use of demolition ships there. Here we go. Blow up. So doing quite a bit of damage there. And more damage there. So as you can see, all these ships are starting to get damaged. Very good idea there. Just trying to get a little bit of damage in on as many of these ships as you can. Of course that means they'll go down quicker. And of course having no good way to repair ships at this point in time. So let's see, yep, so he's using these units here to do a bit of scouting. Oops, and lost that sadly. Looks like that's what the camels were. I didn't expect him to go into land this soon, and it looks like he didn't. However, Siesta might have seen this and might think, because there's a few camels coming out, there we go, so he's building a barracks. He thinks that he's going into land now. And thinking that, of course, he's going to try and go into land himself to defend himself. Let's see, creating units, no units. And it looks like we are going down on galleys, and it looks like MoOniTe's going to take this. Coming around here with the extra one here, smart idea, and boxing him in on this side of this small island here. However, I do believe those ships will probably be able to cross it. And demolition ships are being created here to try and force his opponent away from his docks. However, just shooting them down quite easily, and MoOniTe now up by about 1,000 points. So at this point, it's nearly a good game. The only real hope that Siesta would have would be to transfer straight into land combat, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. He's walling off here, putting a town center up over here, but I don't think it's going to help enough. He has lost the water game now, down by 1,000 points, and camels coming in here. So what do we got? More camels being created, or units, or... Well, going to Imperial Age, so that should be the first hint that he missed the transit. And there's that wall there, not going up by the looks of it. However, yellow coming down here wanting to create this siege workshop. In a bad place, considering that town center has just gone up, and he has not seen it. And there we go. Getting severely hurt by that town center there, but putting a siege workshop up over here, which means he's going to be able to come in and take out this town center at this point. What a good tactic. Siege workshop up, and let's see, Imperial Age, probably not doing the next galleon research. Wouldn't expect him to, he's already won the water on the sea, there was no real point really. Not creating rams yet, I'm surprised, I was expecting rams. By using this university here to block off this effort here, force him to come around this way here. However, rams would just go through this like butter. So all these ships, again, just sniping from the water here, doing as much damage as possible. And this wall here going up and distracting this ship here, very smart play. Bombard cannons, playing as the Byzantines, definitely an option. But looks like he's going quite heavily into chemistry and gunpowder units, archery ranges and bombard cannons, and hopefully this scout here notices this. Siesta. Looks like he would have seen that at this point. But honestly, with all these bombard cannons here, it does look like this town center is going to go down. Castle coming up here, no doubt to help break through the wall. Bombard cannons going down, and Siesta going into Imperial then, probably a bit late though. Especially now that he is 1,200 points down. That town center is going down. And this university here is going down as well. Let's flip over and see what else. Just more and more gunpowder units, I believe. Yes, lots and lots of gunpowder units. So we've got 2 bombard cannons there, pushing in through here. And just killing off these villages here, not being able to garrison this town center for long. And these skirmishes, of course, being created to try and counter these gunpowder units here. However, not going to be very effective if they manage to get outranged. And it looks like they are just outranging, which is good. He's done his researches and he's done his upgrades, this is good. Taking over this area here, bringing this ram in here, no doubt as a distraction. Of course, going to be able to soak up some of those hits. Cannons, of course, doing extremely well versus these rams. And mangonels, of course, doing extremely well as well. So this game is playing out quite well. What happened to the rest of his fleet? Just sitting around here sniping from the edges still, not much going on. Is he shooting at this house or this wall? Can't tell. But as we can see, bringing out trebuchets, so he's bringing out the big guns, and it looks like he's bringing out cataphracts as well. Cataphracts having trample damage and going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. However, that's if he can get in close enough. Skirmishers here being forced back by these cannons, and still got a lot of hand cannoneers back here. Surprised he hasn't moved them up yet. It looks like he will in a minute though. There we go, so mobilising that entire force there, and using this mangonel. And of course, siege rams getting the bonus versus cannons for some reason that I will never understand. It's probably just in the mechanics and how it worked out, but nothing really you can do about it. So at this point, it's almost good game. He's not going to be able to force this off from what he's got. However, these 2 castles here are going to work very defensively for him. But these trebuchets are naturally going to take them down quite quickly, especially when there's 2 at this stage. And more castles coming out, more and more units coming up here. Cannon there, and quite a few cataphracts by the look of it. However, they will be cut down by these archer units. Of course, cataphracts being cut down by archer units. And trebuchets up now. What's he gunning for? Gunning for these castles, good choice. However, these cataphracts are going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. They do have very high hit points. And it looks like he's going to be losing this trebuchet here. And goodbye. And hasn't done any of his attack upgrades yet. Of course, not really necessary with the cataphract, with its high armor and its high health, so it's doing quite well for itself. Castle here, pushing in through this side. Now 1,400 points in front. Make that 2,000. Make that 2,000 points in front at least. And pushing through here, just continuing to push up around this side here. And not really much you can do to stop him. He's coming in here with multiple castles, slowly pushing into his base on the side here. Another 2 castles up there, another one there. So he's got his defensive line already set up here. And 2,000 points, 2,600 points up, 700. So just absolutely massacring him in score now. And massacring him in play as well. If you see, doing his attack upgrades there for his cataphracts. Only just started doing them on the side here. And taking out that trebuchet there, good call. And these castles here are going to be doing quite a bit of damage. However, going for these cannons, very smart play, but not doing a lot with it. But slowly destroying all his housing. So let's see what we've got. 165 population left, and it means he's going to have to keep expanding out this way. Stable up over this side here. Don't know what he's going to try. He might be trying to attack through here, but it's too bad that is walled. Not producing any units with it though. So we have multiple units coming in through this side here. And trebuchet moving up to there. That's an interesting gesture there. And as you can see, trying to run straight away, but losing it. Just slowly pushing in this side here. Obviously trying to bring in these rams to counter these cannons. And naturally all these skirmishes as well. Going to be able to soak up a lot of damage. Skirmishes, of course, not being a great unit to choose against cavalry, but they're not too bad against cataphracts, I've found. Not too bad indeed, but siege works up coming up here, so as you can see, he's just slowly taking all this ground into his here. And down to 140 population now. And starting to lose his foothold in this section here. These castles do look like they are about to come down. Unless that cannon there doesn't look like the trebuchet is going to go down. Protecting it quite well there. But the way this castle's going, it looks like it is definitely going to go down. Another trebuchet there, and looks like he's bringing villagers in. Trying to attack with villagers at this stage, so it is definitely a good game. 4,000 points up at this point. Building lots of barracks, no doubt, to try and spam spears. What have we got? Lots of wood, not so much food. Lots of stone though, he could be putting more and more castles up at this point. However, he's choosing not to. At this point, however, though, there's no coming back. If you're going to come back from something like this, it's going to have to take a miracle. That's one castle down, obviously going to be moving up to this one over here next. And once that castle is down, that cataphract over there will stop. They won't be able to produce any more cataphracts. Pushing through the side, and there we go, so resigning there. Fair enough in my books, he was getting pushed in on extremely hard and didn't really have much to do. So remember to comment, rate and subscribe, and thanks for watching.